We back. We back. We back.
Who's in the zoo? 2 rings, 1 roof, me and you.
It do make a difference.
Talking truth, what we do. It's a wild little world. Who's in the zoo? Who's in the zoo? Ay. Big fights, make up, pushing through. Ay. Every scar, every joke, that's our proof. Tune in, take a seat. Who's in the zoo?
We got us a slap. Slapper. Yeah. Ooh, zoo. The monkey. The lion. Who's who in the zoo?
Yeah. Mic check. Can you get some volume? There we go.
Mic check.
One,
Everybody
two,
lit.
1, 2.
We back. You got the head down. Everything good. Everything dead.
Yeah.
We finally back in the building, y'all. It took a long time, but it's so worth it. So thankful. Give me some round of applause, babe. Round of applause for y'all. There you go.
Hey.
You got Stanker Banker on the board. You know what I'm talking about? Coming through with the sound effects, dog. She got a promotion, y'all.
Yeah.
We're going to keep her around, dog. We're going to keep her around. She's doing really well. I'm proud of you, dog.
Appreciate you.
So we back, dog. We said we was going to do this, and we finally are doing it.
Yes. And it feels good.
It do feel good, dog. When was the last time we shot? You remember?
Last time we shot was when we first got Biggie. I'll never forget that episode. But yeah, he's 3 now.
So 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Dang. And y'all, I mean, we still got a lot more to catch up on. I'm trying to think what's happened in them 3 years.
Well, it's been a lot of change,
Yeah.
a lot of transition. There's been, professionally, there's been new jobs, there's been promotions, there's been all kind of things happening.
Well, I ain't got no news for y'all pocket watchers. Stay out my pocket. But this year, dog, 2026 will be 20 years of marriage.
Oh my
For
God.
me and my way. Look at you.
Oops. I got excited.
Get in there. That's good. Yeah, well, 20 years of marriage, man. We've been doing this thing. 20? You was 19. And a lot of it is kind of like, pretty much the pod, for real. It's just lessons we learned along the way. Tools that we picked up, habits that we put down.
Yeah.
All of that throughout of the thing. One of the things I think I say, I know a lot of people like, man, y'all got married so young. But it's when we got married so young, it made me think about like arranged marriages in other countries and stuff like that, like how that stuff be going. But we learned so much we had to learn so much together that we didn't really have like how I'm trying to say this, like a separation between two things. Like when I was talking to you the other day about when I be seeing people on the TikToks, the battle of the sexes type stuff. Like, if my man need to make $180,000 a year, he gonna pay all the bills. I'm gonna keep my money, and my money gonna be my money. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of tacky. And then I'm sitting here talking to you about it, like, man, that's tacky. I can't believe them people ain't got no girlfriend. You was like, babe, don't forget, you were the same way. You had some growing to do. If you wanted somebody to remind you how much growing you need, get a wife,
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, I said that it was growth on both sides.
Right.
I think, for you specifically, what we were talking about, we were young, and I think where we made a lot of the mistakes in our early stages of marriage were we kind of took some of the things that we saw from maybe our own parents' relationships, and try to bring that into what we were doing, and it's like, no, that's not gonna work. This is not that's not us. You know what I'm saying? And so I would say for me personally, I think I was just kind of going off of or modeling, some of the things that I saw. And ultimately, I had to learn that wasn't going to work for us, but we had to find our own thing.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think for you,
you think for me?
Go ahead.
I want to hear it.
I would say, because just going off of the conversation we were having, your dad also was in the Navy, right? And I'm sure financially he probably, was the one, you know what I'm saying, and took care of everything. And so I think in that aspect of things, you kind of went into it like, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Right. And to kind of clue y'all in, I don't know if I feel this all the way in everybody follow us or what we're saying. But for me, it was a bigger thing. Well, just learning about, for what I was initially saying is that, we didn't come into the marriage with, obviously we knew what we thought a marriage was supposed to be,
Right.
but we didn't come in so guarded of, like, this is who I am and as an adult, and trying to protect that going into a marriage, like saying, I've acquired these assets, these are mine. You know what I'm saying? Or I've lived on my own for a while before getting married, so I didn't develop these type of things as an adult.
We didn't have any of
that.
that.
No, we didn't have none of that. That's what I said. So all of the stuff we learned as adults, and coming into that, it was more 50-50 everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know and you don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we'll find out together. And if we find out together, of course, we got to bust it down. That's just always been my mindset. But what we talking about initially is just so like, a man. So say you got a family, and it's only one person working at the time, and how does that supposed to work, right? Or if you got dual income, how does that supposed to work? Or if you got someone going to school, or where do people get their value added from? Not even where it actually is, but where do they thinking? Like it comes from before they join a marriage or go into a marriage is what I be looking at. When I be thinking about that. So when I see somebody say, oh, my husband finna pay all the bills and I'm gonna have all my account over here and keep all my money, in my mind, I'm thinking y'all never gonna be able to actually come up with enough to buy enough assets to, live off of or accumulate enough to be actually wealthy, right? Because y'all keeping y'all money separate. Y'all kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you all in, you all in, is my mind.
Yeah.
And if you're not, you not.
But what I'm saying is that wasn't always the case for
I
you.
That's
what we're saying. We've grown.
That's what I was saying. I'm playing it back. I just want everybody to understand. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not half-seasoned. I want you to understand what she was saying. That wasn't me all the time.
Right.
Right. Because,
or none of the time. In the beginning.
I was like, you don't say none of the time because we celebrate 20 years.
In the beginning.
She been waiting to record, y'all.
You better believe it.
On me.
You better believe it.
On me. What we got? I ain't even got no gunshots on there. I need to put some gunshots on there. I'm here for us, fellas, and for growth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I can hear you drawing. I'm here for growth and just represent us. Because I have grown a lot, man. I took a lot of lumps for us.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Hove did that. So hopefully you ain't got to go through that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And one of the finances is a big thing. Right. And I don't want to say like we figured it out either, too. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't really like there's a way.
I think it's all about what works for you.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. When I'm like, okay, we were kind of taking some of the things that we probably saw or grew up with in our own parents' relationships. And not to say that anything that they did was wrong. It was right for them.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, we had to find our own way and what would work for the both of us.
Right.
And so in finances, I mean, okay, a lot of stats show that, a lot of marriages are unsuccessful, unfortunately, due to either infidelity or finances. Like, those are the biggest ones.
Is that a stat?
So, I could look it up, but
I'm thinking that's crazy.
Yeah, those are definitely, there was a list. So I Googled a list, and this was years ago. So I definitely need to go back and look at it because things probably may have changed, whatever. But finances and infidelity was at the top. And so with that, I think that I personally, I think that I needed to learn vulnerability. I think that was a big one for me because here I am, 19, literally straight from my parents' house. I had never lived on my own before. Yes, I was, paying like my personal bills and things like that within my parents' home, but they never, put it on me like, oh, well, we need you to pay this bill. That wasn't never the case. So for me, I was just more of I want to grind. I'm used to going to work. At that time, I had 2 jobs.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I like making money. I like taking care of myself as far as, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to ask nobody, oh, I'm trying to buy myself some clothes, or I'm trying to, whatever the case may be, whatever my wants were and needs in that regard, like, it was me. I wanted to take care of those things. And so when I got married, or when we got married, I was still, of course, looking to do that. Like, that's still my mentality. However, shortly after we got married, we quickly found out that we were expecting. And so, there was some health complications and things like that. And so it was like, okay, I'm on bed rest. I can't work, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, that really took a toll on me. Like, for real. Because here I am, I'm 19, I can't work. I'm still trying to find out and learn my identity and who I am as a wife. And now preparing to be a mother, right? And again, I'm still a teenager. Ultimately, like, I don't even think we really considered that at that time. It's like, oh no, we married, we grown. We don't live with our parents. You know what I'm saying? I was literally 19 years old. I was a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trying to be in this grown woman's shoes. And so I really didn't know who I was. I was honestly still learning that. And so trying to get comfortable in my own skin in that regard, like, it was a lot of factors that, came into play, again, with being married so young. Like, you really, specifically at that time, you really don't think, and our brain wasn't even fully developed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think about those things.
Right.
We really were babies, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, my babe super reflecting, boy. You thinking about it's a good, I don't want to say good and bad. I don't get caught up in that type of a polarization of it. But you thinking, one is a decent thing because, like I said, you don't come in with too many preconceived notions, and y'all kind of build. Obviously, y'all both learning who y'all are, but the mindset is who we are in this. You know what I'm saying? Instead of what I can do without you. All right,
Right.
I can thinking about all the things, anything I've accomplished or we've accomplished. It ain't. I don't ever feel like I did it on my own, or you did it something on their own, or anybody doing something on their own. Because, like I said, we've been cooking this up together for 20 years.
Right.
Could I have done it, or could you have done it with another spouse? Maybe. Did you? No. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is how it's been cooked the whole time. So I'm always thinking about it like, if we would have waited to like 30 or something, or you would have married somebody didn't go to high school with, how would that have gone them first 2 years?
Right.
Would you have been patient enough to work through it? But I feel like I said, when you don't know, it's kind of like, well, let's see how it turn out, because I don't know anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you already know, it's like, well, this person ain't meeting the threshold, and they gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But you got more patience because you figuring it out too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think there was ever a time, not that I can recall, in those early years of marriage where I was like, could I do this with somebody else? Like, I'm like, literally, life is with Adrian.
Look at the clown. Give me some round of applause for me, babe. Give me some special in there.
Daddy.
That was good. I'm glad you said that. That's good.
And I, it's crazy because I don't remember any fear. The day that, okay, so I know some know and some don't. But the day that we got married, first of all, again, we were young. So we, went to the courthouse, handled our business that way. And shout out to my boy DJ. I'll never forget.
Give him some. You gotta hit these sound effects, baby.
Okay. Shout out to my boy DJ. So he was actually working at Dillard's in Lynn Haven Mall at the time. And I went up there and I was like, bruh, I need a shirt. I'm about to get married. And he was like,
preferably with a collar.
He was like, what? I said, no, I'm going to get married, literally, like in an hour.
Wow.
And he's like he could not believe it. But like I said, I'm like, I had no fear. 19 years old, and I'm like, I'm not scared. Like, I'm literally about to do life with this man.
Right.
Like, it's me and him, I don't care about what's to take place tomorrow. I just know that it's me and him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course, not, really thinking about some of the possible things that could take place, or, some of the situations in life that typically couples go through that is really set up, to knock you down. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, some couples don't make it through those things. But I just couldn't see that. I just knew in this moment that I wanted to be with you for the rest of my life.
That's good. I felt the same way. I was a little scared. I was scared, but it was more so like, dang, how I'm gonna figure this out? Like, how I'm gonna pay for all of this every day for the rest of my life type thing. And just, I wasn't nervous about like us breaking up or nothing like that though. Like, I had faith in the relationship too. Blind faith.
So for you, is more like the providing part of it?
Just the responsibility, providing, the protecting, and I mean, I know you see a lot of men. They say they got cold feet, or they just dragging along whoever they're in a relationship with. But for me, I'm like, how does man supposed to know he is at the point where he ready to do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like a moment where they hit you and you eat the mushroom and blah, blah, blah. And now you ready to be a husband. Like, it ain't really a lot of rites and classes, especially in I don't want to say, I hate when people say in our community. Like, we got a good community, black people.
Absolutely.
We getting better, but it ain't something normal to see, or something normal that's like a set thing that's put like every time my son is ready, the father takes him out and do this and helps him buy the ring, and that's how he knows, or something. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really something that when it's happening. You don't really know until you in it, and even when you in it, you kind of just figuring it out as you go, type of thing.
Yeah.
So I know we got straight into giving birth, and then the wedding day. But the first thing we were supposed to talk about is how we met, man. How we met, the story of how we met.
Oh.
What else we got on there? How we met.
Darn it. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to have to get some labels.
Look, Adrian and Lakaya.
Y'all work with your girl. Okay, I'm literally just learning how to work this as we're speaking. You would think we would have had a little pre-run prior to, but that's how we do it here. It's okay. It's okay. Say it again.
And the story of how we met. That's good. So, Salem High School. Picture it. 2001. Salem High School. I walk in, Earth Science. See Bad Jane over there sitting. That's why I said, I ain't gonna ask you, I'm telling this the right way. So I see a Bad Jane sitting there, and I tell her, hey, that's some nice socks you got on, shorty. I don't even know if you said shorty back then. And then she laughed or whatever. But I was just like, I was just trying to think of something to say that get you to look at me type thing. And you know, so we can make eye contact. I said, once I make eye contact, she looked, she took. You know how I do it, boy. Give me some.
Because this is definitely wrong. He is not telling the story right,
Oh,
y'all.
she got the sound effects right now. So I remember saying that, and I remember seeing you somewhere else. And you're like, because your cousin used to be in, hey, go unplug that ring jank for me. I seen your cousin used to hang out with a lot of the older. Your cousin, how much older is Zeta than you? She like 2 grades ahead.
We
of you?
2 years apart.
So I'm like, she hanging out with all the older varsity cats, and I'm gonna say, is you with somebody on the football team? And I remember asking you that.
And was so rude because we had not had any prior conversations. Okay. So we're literally in the cafeteria. I'm standing in line. And he comes up to me like, hey, you talk to such and such? I was like, excuse me? Like, what is your name, dog? Who are you? For you to even be asking me this.
I'm thinking like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, I'm not even finna. We don't even need to talk no more if you talking to somebody else. And so let me go on there before I cook up the rest of this. Get this out the way. And if you're not, then yeah, I got some more things to say to you.
Okay.
So later on, she said she won't talk. And then I remember being in, I think I was at Justin House one day, and he was talking about you. He was like, yeah, something, Jose cousin is bad. I'm like, who's Jose cousin? And it was like, Lakaya. And I was like, Lakaya? Oh, that's dead, bro. Like, don't even, if you hunt for that, that's dead. That's already shot.
Yeah.
And then Jose was like, yeah, man, if you, shout out Dundee. Give me some bombs for my boy. My man Dundee was like, yeah, that was good. My man Dundee was like, yeah, if you rocking with my cousin, man, you could talk to her. Like,
And he did tell me, he said a lot of his friends was like, yo, but he was like, no.
But a lot of his friends was what?
Was like, dog.
Dog, what? Your cousin bad?
Whatever.
That's what they saying.
Whatever.
They saying.
Okay. And so he was like, nah, but he said, and I told them, because it was more than one, it was like, no, never in life. But he was like, Kaya, he said, if any of them, out of all of them, Adrian would be the one that I would be cool with you talking to.
And what you say when you said that?
I said, okay, so he must be a good dude then.
Mm-hmm. I said, yeah, it don't even matter. You ain't got to bless me. This is already happening. I'm already too deep in for you to be mad at me. If you mad at me at this point, we got to fight about it. But, and then after that, I don't remember what kind of like happened that locked us in.
Oh, I see. This is your girl got a memory like an elephant.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. So the situation was you were actually transferring to Lansdowne. It was like a harmless type of flirting. You would always call me wifey, right? And so when we play spades and things like that, like we were real cool. And so we would see each other in the hall and we had some classes and stuff like that. But like I said, then you were transferring. And so, and this, I won't forget it because this was Valentine's Day. And so you was like, oh yeah, I'm going to bring you some stuff, for Valentine's Day. And I'm like, in my mind, I was like, I can never take Adrian serious. Like, he's always going to have jokes. That's just his personality. So I was like, yeah, okay. And so, but then you did. And that's when you told me that you was moving. And so I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I feel like we're like finally trying to start something, but then you're leaving. And so, but then when you transfer schools, we were talking, right? And so that was more of an every night type of thing. My parents didn't know, dog. Your girl was being grown. So here I was, we would be on the phone. I think I would call you the same time every night. It was probably like 10 o'clock. In my mind, I was like, I want to be the last one he talks to before he goes to sleep at night.
Nice.
So it would be like 10 o'clock and we're talking. Some nights, we was on the phone till like 3 in the morning and had to go to school the next day. Had me on the phone singing to this man, okay, singing on his voicemail, things like that. And then I don't know, something happened and we ended up kind of falling off.
What happened?
Because so I know that I feel like even this generation, talking is a thing, right? Just like it was when we were younger. And so I got to the point where, because I think I had even asked you once, I'm like, well, what's the deal? Like, what's happening? Is we putting a title on this or what? Because you had already said to me, he was like, I don't want you talking to nobody else. I'm like, well, I know I don't want you talking to nobody else. So why is we not putting a title on this? And you sounded real hesitant about it. And that just pissed me off. I was like, nah, dog, you're not going to tell me you don't want me talking to somebody else, but then don't want to claim me?
Yeah.
Like, who does that?
Somebody crazy.
Young and dumb.
Somebody crazy.
Yes. And so I was like, nah, we not doing this. And so I went off and you was like, I can't do this. She's crazy. So you wanted no parts of me. And that was that. And then we reconnected for a little while because of a situation with your friend of yours. And then we lost contact again. It was a lot of off and on. I would say from 15 to 19. In those 4 years, it was a lot of off and on.
Yeah.
But I will say too, I forgot. So when you were working at Food Lion, and it was again in that time we weren't talking or nothing, but it was in that harmless flirting type of phase. I had went in Food Lion with my mom, and she to this day, we had went through Adrian's line, and my mom was like, I was like, hey Adrian. And he was like, oh, what's up, Lakai, whatever, this your mom, yada, yada. My mother was like, what is it? So when we left the store, she was like, who was that? I said, this, a boy I go to school with. And she was like, I see some sparks. Like, what is this? You could tell something. And like I said, till this day, she remembers that. And was like, I knew it was something back then. So she was not surprised when you came back in my life.
That was it, yeah. And it was a surprise when we got married, though.
That was a surprise, yes.
So we did.
Love you, Mom and Dad.
Shout out to Mom and Dad. Drop some bombs for Mom and Dad, man. So, yeah, we end up doing that and getting back together later on MySpace and talking. And then end up getting married right after that. And then have Mariah right after that.
Right.
And then a couple houses, a couple kids, a dog, a couple college graduations, podcast. And then here we are, y'all. So if you, I don't want to say if you could change anything. I always like that. It all work out, man.
Right.
You thinking it's going to be a way and it don't be.
Right.
But I don't want to. I think for the podcast, what was good about it, definitely a lot of the conversations, because my wife like to have tough conversations.
I do.
Early in the morning. First thing in the morning. I walk in.
Let's handle this now.
I walk in, she brushing her teeth. I say, hey, babe, how was your day? Good. Oh, she good.
You know what I was thinking
I
about?
was like, girl, it's first thing in the morning. But a lot of them conversations is like, I get that you don't want to beat around the bush. You know what I'm saying? You want to have direct conversations. You want to talk about things. You want to say stuff or that stuff. But I feel like y'all, say that was the one main thing about doing the podcast was seeing people see us have them, right? And so they'll just be encouraged to have them conversations with your spouse because that can create awkward living space. You know what I'm saying? Because you thinking this person knows how you feel, or you thinking you know how they feel, and you living accordingly, and then to find out one day, no.
It's completely different from what you thought.
That's not it. Or
right.
After 20 years, and then for sometimes I don't think it's just, you trying to keep who you are from the other person. Maybe you just not saying the things because you thinking you keeping the peace, which is even worse, almost says
Right.
sometimes, right? Or
Yeah.
you just kind of
Deceitful.
I don't want to say deceitful, but you might thinking you being honorable and eating some of this stuff that you feel, and like kind of I don't want to say pushing it down, but picking your battle.
Yeah.
But even picking your battles, a lot of the time, sometimes you gonna have to say something about a lot of these situations. I don't want to say live intensely.
And listen, conflict doesn't always mean bad. Like there's healthy conflict. And just a simple conversation of something, especially if it's something that's weighing on you.
Right.
Like it's always good to have a conversation about it. We should be able, and especially, I mean, for us in particular, as long as we've been together, we should be able to sit down and it's on some stuff like, okay, this is something that, has been bothering me or something that I've really been thinking about and I want to talk to you. I want to be real.
So if you thinking about you knowing me as well as you do, what's you thinking the best way to approach me about something that you've been, so if something on your heart and you think about it, you just say it when you feel it, or you thinking like I'm planning this out to be received the best way?
Times to talk to Adrian. So,
what's the time not to talk to me too?
first thing in the morning. Like that really isn't a good time. So if I do approach you first thing in the morning, it's really because I'm pissed.
Okay.
And I am trying to keep the tone down.
Got it.
I've probably been tossing and turning all night, thinking about it, repping myself up. Like, look, we about to handle this.
Right.
Ain't no good morning, right? And so that's where we are. But
I'm never gonna receive it anymore.
absolutely not. I do feel that, when we've kind of come down from the day, a lot of the times us laying down, you know what I'm saying? You're more kind of calm, collective.
That's because I know what's about to happen.
Yeah, so you definitely are more open to have conversation.
I ain't finna blow that.
Right? About to mess my opportunity up. We gonna talk about this nice and
What's wrong with
sweetly.
you? What's wrong?
I want to do whatever I can, baby.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How long has this been bothering you?
Get on my nerves.
Yeah, time that joint right.
Yeah, but like I said, if it's something that is pressing me and I'm like, I really want to make this right, and my intentions are to get this resolved. Right. And it's not just for the betterment of me.
That's the
but
part.
For us. And it's genuine. That's when I feel you're open.
Right. I feel like that's the part is the hardest part. I don't want to speak for you, but for me, is because, man, marriage is intense, right? And it's some intense feelings going on about, what we doing and what we building, right?
Right.
And when I'm trying to tell you I got a problem with it, like when I first realized I got a problem with it, that's when you need to know, like in my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you at?
Right.
Like, bing.
But see, and that's not always the best route.
It ain't never the best route because,
Right.
like I said, I'm not looking at, like I said, we working on computers, dog. Everybody want to have the best updated software that they got. They tell you, hey, it's a version 10. We on version 10 now. Version 11's out. They like, give us version 11. Like, you know what I'm saying? We
don't even care what
it do. Give us the version 11.
Right.
But as you going into these new software loads, some other people is on different loads, right? And some of them don't communicate correctly together, right? And on one end, you just thinking everybody should just speak on the higher software. But if that's not who you talking to, like if you're not communicating the right way and you packaging up the message the correct way to be received on the other end, it really don't matter.
Right.
Who got the best equipment or who talks more. I was like, it's like sometimes I don't understand you. I speak how I speak, even if the things is confusing. I'm consistently confusing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not changing. It ain't like you're gonna have to figure me out. If you ain't understood me on that day, you probably ain't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm just gonna be a whole bunch different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In my mind, I'm being as simple as I can.
Yeah.
On anything. I don't want to sound, I ain't trying to overshoot nobody. I ain't trying to shoot. I'm just trying to shoot consistently.
Yeah.
And if people who gonna get me, they gonna adjust accordingly because they gonna know what to expect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about communicating with other people. When I'm talking to you though, and I'm upset about something, down, I ain't got no mind or no rational reason. No, none of this stuff is packaged up. And because, like I said, when you feeling it, you feeling it. So, like you say, you tossing and turning all night. You might not care to wait till later on that afternoon to speak about something.
Oh, absolutely not.
When it's on you, it's on.
I got to get it off me.
But that's, like I said, that's the communication build bridges. You know what I'm saying?
Which because I go back and watch our episodes often. And a lot of the times it comes down to that. That is the topic, communication.
That's
how to do it in a healthy way and being effective and wanting to get your point across. And knowing how to do that. Listen.
I think you gotta have rules. I don't want to say rules. Ugh, I hate those words. Nobody's
gonna put me in a corner.
No more locked doors. I don't want to say rules, but you, like I said, you gotta be mindful of who you are talking to. Here's step one. Let me get the steps for communication. Step one: read the room. Is this the right time to say what I want to say at the time? Well, I remember one time we in a mall taking Christmas photos, right? So and it's just the kids. I'm in the front and in a little waiting area, and I'm sitting facing the door, right? I'm just a tactical guy, right? I like to see what's going on. So I'm sitting facing the door, and you take all the kids in the back. They got on all the love. I'm trying to see, do I got a picture up here? They got on all the flannel pajamas for their Clark family Christmas party. They go in the back, and you in the back getting them ready. I'm just sitting out there on my phone, right? Just if somebody run out the corner and say, it's a shooting in the mall, it's an active shooter going on right now. I said, oh, Lord. I'm still cool, though, like this. Oh, my God.
Too cool.
So I'm holding it together, right? All y'all come out right there. And then Kaya come out, and she sit right here in the active firing lane, right? She's sitting right there. I humbly say, I don't know what happened back there with them kids. They probably done pissed her off.
Bruh.
It took too long to smile or whatever happened back there with their mama. She mad when she come out. I don't know what's going on, if she mad or not. I said, babe, come on over here. I'm trying to tell her it's an active shooter, but I'm like, I don't want to say it because it's other people who didn't hear that.
Right. Absolutely.
And I just don't want
you want to get everybody all panicked.
Right. So I'm like, babe, come on over here. She said, I don't want to come.
I was like, I'm good. I don't want to sit over there. I want to sit where I'm at.
I'm like, so me being a master communicator that I am, I realize at this moment, I don't got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know how I ended up getting you to come over. Or did you even come over?
I don't know that you ever did. I don't.
And so look, she would have died, y'all. I had this dude come back in here, popping and blowing rounds off. It blew her daggone head off. Just because she want to be independent woman.
I want to sit here. This is where I want to sit.
So I'm livid because now you playing with my daddy last name.
Yeah.
And the last thing I can have on my conscience as a head of a household is my family getting shot up in an active shooter thing, and I'm there.
This man don't want to listen.
She don't want to listen. So I'm furious. I'm talking about it's coming out my eyes, my ears. I said I can't wait to this car. If this active shooter don't kill her, I'm gonna kill her when we get back to the car. I promise you that.
And he was legit mad, y'all.
I'm furious, bruh.
So we had to be escorted out of the mall. First of all, the whole
Not 'cause
mall
I was
was
mad.
clear. No. Not that. The whole mall was cleared out. We had to be escorted to our vehicle by policemen with these huge rifles, right? It's us and our 3 children. I'm like, oh my God, this
I
is
didn't
real.
know any of this was going on.
We get a car, like, bro, why you ain't tell me? why you ain't tell me all this was going on?
That's exactly what it was. Because I'm like, man, I held it together in the store. Why I end up blowing up in the car? I remember I blew up in the car.
Oh, he went off. He went off on me.
But that's what it was. You talking about why you ain't tell me this was going? The daggone actor shoot girl.
Listen, nudge me, give me a cold word, blink your eye, something.
Yeah,
like,
you was
we
sitting
in
on
trouble.
that side. You was sitting on that side. And I'm trying to say, like,
No,
girl.
you was not doing that. That's what I'm saying. It was come sit over here next to me, boo. I don't want to sit with you right now.
Right.
Like, I'm frustrated. I was dealing with them children of yours. Okay. I don't want to sit near you. Let me get myself together and sit by myself. Now, if you would have said, Lakaya, I would have known you were serious, right? Because you'll never say Lakaya.
Right.
But if you would have been like, Lakaya, I need you to come over here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. Okay, I got you. I trust you enough and I know you enough that clearly there's something wrong. You was playing it a little too cool.
Because I'm pissed. Like I said, I'm really trying to, I understand, like you're saying, that's great advice. But I'm sitting here thinking in my mind, like, you know what I'm saying, how am I going to take care of the family if something happened, right? And so when I'm thinking about all of that, I'm like, here comes help me. Hey, or help, what is it? Help me to help mate. I've been saying meat for years.
I believe it's help me.
Help me. Here come my help me.
Help me.
I said, here come my help me organize this situation. We're going to make this out of here catastrophically. Come on over here, babe. I don't want to. I won't in the back room with you, dog. I don't know what that did to you. And I ain't telling them to do it either.
I don't care about no emergency.
So I'm like, I'm trying to think. In my mind, that was the best way for me to do it. Like, hey.
Well, you don't. Not like that.
Yeah.
Don't play it cool. Like I said, look me in my eye and say something like that. Like, for real, I need you to, it's serious. I want to tell you something.
I was thinking, I said, man, I should let him come in here and shoot her. Not deadly, maybe like in the leg
my
or
God.
something. No, hit her in the leg,
Hit her in the
dog.
ankle. She need to know better.
Go hit her in the foot or something real quick so before we get up out of here. Cause...
But yes, he was pissed. And so we in the car, emotions are high because of, honestly, that was a traumatic situation.
Yeah, especially when you got the kids in there.
Yes.
With you, and you got to get escorted out of the mall. I don't think we've been back to that mall since.
Bruh, no, we did, but I will say this. That PTSD kicked in, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And so that's what I'm, oh my God. Like I said, not understanding what was happening until after the fact, then navigating through, oh my gosh, you never would think I'm going to the mall all the time, going to this mall. I'm here with my kids, just taking some Christmas pictures. This is a normal day, not thinking, oh, there's a chance that you may not even leave the mall alive.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And so, yes, I'm dead serious. PTSD kicked in. So then and kind of shifting gears a little bit, then our daughter deals with something so even more traumatic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Out to all the people at ODU.
All the ODU staff, students, and so forth. Like, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Of course, our oldest daughter, you know, unfortunately had to go through that type of situation, you know, so it's hard.
Yeah, I ain't been back since. So like I said, I don't even know why we was there the first time.
Yeah.
But so the reason I bring it up though is because sometimes it's something super important that you gotta say, right? And you may even think that you're saying it right. Like in my mind, I said it right? And I don't care what you got to do. That's why I said shoot her, dog. You know what I'm saying? But
He don't mean that, y'all.
But even in my mind, knowing I feeling like I said it right, it didn't get you over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ain't say it effective
right
enough.
to you.
Right. Yeah. It was right to me.
It was
felt
not right to me.
Right. And like I said, I don't want to say who's right.
Tricky to you.
Tricky.
Okay.
Tricky words. I ain't trying to say, like I said, I felt good with how I did it, but if I ain't get the result I wanted, I gotta rethink about, you know what I'm saying, my path on communication.
Yeah.
Right? You know
how
what
I'm delivering the message.
Right. That's the hardest part. Because like I said, I know, hit me in the comments. I know I was right. You know what I'm saying? But just saying if my ego could have been there and then I would have just, just rested in the fact that I felt like I said it right and someone would have came in there and shot y'all and I still just let you sit there. You know what I'm saying? I got to eat that later too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I felt like in my soul I said it right, but the mission was not complete.
Right.
So clearly I need to readjust. Yeah. I remember when I was in, I don't know if y'all know, I used to be in the Navy. I got my shadow box. Shout out to all my chief petty officers in the Navy. You know what I'm saying? The chief birthday's coming up April 1st. Fraternity that keeps on giving, man. I was thankful for my time there, but I remember I made E6 and my department head came by and he was like, here's a book, a pocket-sized book. It was like, it was a pocket-sized Constitution. It was like the corniest crap ever read. And then it was a Art of War book too by Sun Tzu, and it's about this is a guy teaching people Sun Tzu teaching people the art of war. But it was a passage in there where we was talking about as a leader, you come out and you giving instructions to the people you leading, right? And one of them comes out like you say, "Hey, everybody, be down here at 7:00," and one of them comes down 7:05, right? The first thing you got to think about is that maybe I communicated this wrong, right? That's my initial thought every time. The first time it happens, right? That's my initial thought. The second time he comes down there, 7:05, I know I've communicated this correctly, right? Because I re-communicated it that day. I didn't, establish some type of disciplinary action because he didn't come. The second time that he don't come, Sun Tzu cut the guy head off. Right in front of everybody. Third day, nobody's late. Right? You know what I'm saying? No one's late no one's late, but no one kind of is looking at the leader like some evil guy either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like he's got a code. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
He told him.
He told him, but he don't be playing when he say what he's saying. Like I said, and if he is, it ain't like this guy just don't like people. He just really concerned about this mission, you know what I'm saying? So I always try that first part is to always think, okay, this person just didn't get what I was saying initially, right? But the second time it's like, oh, you want smoke. Like you
fool me once.
You want big dog to show up is what it is. So I always try to part that into, how I'm looking at how I carry myself around here as a leader of the Clark fam legacy. I don't know.
Well, God forbid, we were to ever end up in a type of situation like that again. And two, in an emergency type of situation, we never really know how we're going to act or react. You know what I'm saying? So with that, though, it's just like...
That's another reason not to keep giving myself points. That's another reason why I didn't go so hard on it. Because I know... I'm talking about if State Bank in a situation, this is not who y'all want.
No. I am not the one who y'all want for an emergency.
I was like, babe, get over here and shoot right now. My God.
Hide your wife, hide your kids. Listen.
Bruh, I remember we was staying, I was lucky enough I was for the job, I was taking a trip to Hawaii to work on a system, right? And so they were like, yeah, you gonna stay out there, dog. You can fly your old lady out. You just knock the work out the first day and she can come out there the rest of the week. And you know what I'm saying? While you maintain the system, y'all get a free ride to Hawaii, dog. We were staying on the 59th floor.
Right. What was it? It was speaking from somebody who's afraid of heights.
It was high. And I think that we got on that elevator one night, dog, and that jank, it stopped or something didn't work?
It just stopped.
Yeah, my baby talking, oh my God.
It literally stopped for like 10 seconds.
Bruh, I'm like, dog.
That was the worst 10 seconds of my life.
Mine too, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, it's gonna come back on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We don't know that. I might be stuck at 35 flights up. You telling me it's gonna listen, in my mind, all I could see is us dropping 35 flights.
I mean, if it did feel kind of like light when it stopped working, but I'm thinking this gravity, dog, we 50 feet, we 50 stores up, it's gonna feel like some type of pull if it's just the brakes or something.
I don't care nothing about that. I'm not thinking about that. Engineer. Okay. I am in Kaya's brain, we is falling
So that's what I
from
said.
the sky.
I'm considering that when I'm about to tell you it's a shooter in here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. I know you're serious, and this isn't a joke. If this is you not saying boo, you not saying bae, not Kaya, like Lakaya.
Lakaya Cecile.
It's Celeste.
Lakaya
He's a
Celeste.
jerk. Seriously though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You, as much as as long as I've been communicating with you and know you,
Right.
you've known me just as long. So it's like, I gotta know that you being serious. Like, you can't take the joking part of you and try to be serious in that same manner.
For sure. Let that be a lesson to y'all younger head of the households, man, or young men leading families and stuff like that. Some days, dog, you just gonna have to scoop them all up. You know what I'm talking about? Whether they listen and they get it all or not. You know what I'm talking about? And make the move that you know you need to make, because sometimes they ain't gonna see the whole thing and it's on you anyway. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Explain it to them later. Everybody with me now.
Clark Vampire.
For real. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's I feel like later in your life it's easy to do that as a leader because you didn't live through so much, and now you got a clear amount of experience to know, okay, yeah, this ain't finna go. Or this, you know what I'm saying? But when you're younger doing it, it's like, maybe this will go. You know, maybe, I don't know. Like, you know, you don't want to impose yourself on so much of them hardcore decisions like that.
Right.
But like I said, as I get older, yeah. But the boy turning out, not only is we celebrating 20 years of marriage this year, November the 1st, the boy turning 40. Hey, I thought I was going to be young forever, y'all, but it ain't happening, cuz. The boy turning 40. I'll just be a lot of times looking back now, you know what I'm saying? Not regretful, but just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not that 40 is super old. It's just an age, you know, a milestone for me.
Right.
In my mind, it's just always been a milestone to be 40, right. Over 40, under 40. A lot of adult basketball leagues is over 40, under 40. Like, that's the number that means. I don't know what it means. What 40 mean? It means like, take him serious. He got glasses.
I feel, well, no, to me, distinguished is like more 50, I think. But no, I don't, 40 to me just seems more mature.
Like, I mean what I'm saying, or I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You got some skin in the game.
Come on.
You know?
Come on. Yeah. That's how I feel. Like I said, I feel like I can't remember, one of my friends was talking about, like, whatever you kill in your 30s and your 40s, that's what you eat off of in your 50s. Like, you know? So I just feel like going into my 30s, I think we was able to knock out some key things that we wanted to do. But 40 is just like, for me, it's just like, hit the gas, push the button, let's do it or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? And let's get this jank done, or everything that, you know, I involve myself in, I want to, you know, be equitable, have some equity in it in some way, or it just be more purpose driven. You know what I'm saying? There's them two things it's super duper important to me as I volunteer my time for anything, you know? The main things I'm thinking about, how am I going to come out of it? And like I said, I ain't got to make money off of everything, but the things that I do dedicate my time to, that it's not paid, it's a purpose.
Right.
In it.
You want to be more intentional.
Right, for sure. And thankful for everybody. You know, I ain't never, you know me, I don't lose a lot of friends. When you friends with me, we friends forever. Look, unless you touch Stanky Bank butt.
Which nobody's done.
You grab my booty, and my white booty, I'll have to kill you. You grab my booty, too. I'm going to have to put hands on you, too. Goofy. But most of that, like I said, everybody who been around, you know, everybody who, I think, like, my newest friend is Kev. And that's almost.
And it's been a long time.
Almost 10 years,
yeah.
man. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Man.
Just been living life, though. Just living life, cuz. I thought we was going to have time to get into the The thing we're gonna save it to the next episode.
Yeah, we'll start that episode 2.
This was good to knock the dust off though.
I think so. A little story time, starting from the beginning.
Fast. And then the tips on communication, man, and finances, dog. Have that financial conversation. If you're gonna hide some money from your wife, you know, hide something from her. If you're gonna
but don't be afraid to talk about it.
Let her at least say this is what we doing. And whether y'all long as y'all agree on what y'all doing, y'all should be all right. And
absolutely.
Just commit to the things you said that you was gonna do financially. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And someone will meet you halfway.
It's like I said, don't be afraid to talk about your finances. Like that's is definitely something that, you know, both parties should be involved in. And then I would say it's okay, and which is another thing that we learned in wrapping this up, but it's okay if one spouse, you know, may be a little stronger in the areas of finances or maintaining, or you know what I'm saying? That's okay. I think in going into it, and maybe even some of us were taught like, oh, well, the man, you know, should be taking care of the finances, and the man should be. And A, we don't shit on nobody, right? Mm-hmm. But B, it's like we learned that in some of those areas, I, you know, maybe a little bit stronger or a little, we'll say, fiscally responsible, right? So it's like, okay, you felt comfortable enough to just hand it to me. You know, it's like, all right, A, we have a joint account, you know, that we both put money in. And so it's like, all right, I make sure the bills are paid, you know what I'm saying, do that budget, put money in savings, things like that. Like, that's what I do. Mm-hmm. And that just works for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some couples, it may be the other way around, and that's fine too.
So we got, like you said, we have a joint account. Both of our checks, well, all of our streams of income go into this joint account, right?
Right.
It trickles down through the bills accounts, whatever the household needs type thing, right? And then into an account that we can have, you know, the excess in. And then we both have access to that. And, you know, we both have our own individual accounts outside of that. But that money is coming from, you know what I'm saying, those things. So we, you know what I'm saying, if she want to do whatever she want to do, she got her account over there and I got mine over here. But we know, you know what I'm saying, it ain't none of our money until it go through the household first. Right. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So all of the things that we have responsibility for is handled before we get to looking at what we busting now. Absolutely. And then, like I said, we busting down everything after that. But those is, like I said, that's just over time what is committed. I was laughing because me and my friends, me, Kev, and G working on some things, right? And we like, I got some big news coming soon, yeah. But we working on some things. But so we trying to get it all together, and they're like, "Who gonna pay? We're gonna put the money together every month, but who gonna actually pay the bill?" And I'm like, I'll put the money in the account, but somebody else gonna have to call and get it paid. That's not what I do. I'm about to be 40. I ain't paid my own bills in 20 years. Like, this is not what I do. And he like, it's just funny because you so good. What do you mean?
I know. I was trying to laugh. Where's the laugh? Do we got a laugh?
I don't know. I was like, they ain't not the kickers
work on this.
But I was laughing because I'm like, I was laughing with him because like, nah, I don't do that. And he laughing at me because he's like, I don't do it neither, man. My old lady do it for me too. So I'm like, man, we got to grow up.
Listen.
Like at the big age of 40. So
shout out to the women.
Yeah.
We hold it down.
So I'm like, all right, you know, but for it, like I said, in the group, it ain't nothing but us 3 men. So one of us gonna have to do it. One of us gonna have to do it. So I was just laughing because I'm like, man, it's funny that, like I said, we all at this age, and we've already accomplished so much, you know. But still, like I said, it's just one of them things. You just put the person who's better at the role in charge of whatever you want to be done if you want to be successful.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just, it sounds simple, but
Sometimes ego gets in the way.
Yeah, and it's gonna take it may take an ego. It's gonna ruin anything anyway.
Right.
But ego can help, but it can hurt.
Absolutely.
It's like what I say, eat because I'm sad, and I'm sad because I eat.
and two, those things could possibly change over time.
Right.
Because I think, honestly, I'm like, me? Never. And this is just me talking, but I've felt like I've been, or I think, or I believe that I've been good with money since I was a kid. Like, your girl always knew how to manage and how to do. So I was always going to have something in my pocket, no matter what. Do you know what I'm saying? And so, but with that, I blame TikTok. But I kind of got into this phase where I was like, bump being responsible. I'm about to shop. I'm, buying out the malls. I'm making good money. Your girl is lit out here. That's not the best route if two people are thinking that way in a marriage.
Right.
So, one's got to be the responsible one.
Facts. And I'm thankful for you, man. Like I said,
I'm thankful for you.
I'm good at other things.
Absolutely.
And like I said, I'm comfortable to delegate those things. Right. So what y'all can expect, man, for these new releases? More content, man. We're gonna knock out a bunch. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. If y'all got things that y'all want to hear us talk about, definitely hit us in the DM.
Hit us up.
And, I think we are gonna bring back the. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, baby, I think we are gonna bring back the devotionals.
Absolutely.
Some devotionals, just so y'all get into heaven.
We got to go to the word.
The word. So we'll jump into that and then hopefully bring some real life application to it, through some of the stories that we tell. And like I said, I want to incorporate some guests in here, but y'all can tell, man, I've been working so hard on the set, gathering all these painters. I'm a connoisseur. Some would say a art collector, a curator of art of these things. You can see my Basquiat Obama one that's done by Creative Brie. She got a bunch of paintings in Milk and Honey in Virginia Beach. If y'all go in there, that also where I got that Power Ranger from up top there. We bought that out of the Milk and Honey restaurant in Virginia Beach. That's by Nye Turner.
Ooh, the staff was mad when you bought that one.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you taking the Power Ranger one? We love that. It was a great painting, and it was just positioned great in the restaurant. I think it was just dope. And I remember the first time we went in there, when you got older, cause we got 3 teenagers in our home, dog. Mm-hmm. So sometime you gotta go to the hotel to get some dang Yeah, we got 3 teenagers, dog, and then
Okay. Okay.
You got 3 teenagers, so sometimes we get a hotel room just to be alone, just quiet. You know what I'm saying? So we end up going to getting a hotel room on the oceanfront, and then we end up having brunch there with the Milk and Honey. And
why isn't I going now? Oh, there we go.
We seen this painting. That was the first painting we seen when we walked in there. And I remember you commenting, I thought it'd be baller to go back and buy it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. I'm a boss. This one is by BZ. She's out of Portsmouth, dog. I just like the colors. You know what I'm saying? It's just dope. It just feel like black. Right. Black is a mud, but it just, like I said, the colors in it, man. It just feel like what's the word I'm looking for? Bold art. You know what I'm saying? I always say bold art because when you see people make paintings, they just kind of draw their lines the same, or they draw they shapes the same. So that it just looked like she just went at it. It felt good, And it came out pretty dope. We got our what they call that, caricature. of the family.
Of the Clark Fam 5.
Shout out to my father-in-law, man, Ruthie.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Out in what is it, Marietta,
Austell,
Georgia, Austell.
I think. Yeah.
Send us some stuff, and I got this last one here, Neo Geo. That's what the paint's called by Butter Customs. And I got these two on the sides. These were the first parts of my collection from my wife and my daughter. They blessed me with those. I got another one back here too. Y'all can't see it. It's called Pretty Thug. I like that one too though.
I named it.
It's a great name. So I just caught that bug, got bit by it, man, and then like I said, got all the lights, got my clips. Grammy Award winning album there. You know what I'm talking about?
Where's the clap?
You know what I'm talking about? I got my Virginia for real hat, man. My charge, my vessel. For if you know, you know. My autograph, Tampa Bay Buccaneers helmet. It's got, you see that big M-E on it? That's Mike Evans. He's gone. And my device is an ODU alum. You know what I'm saying? More things coming soon, dog. I was saying all of that to say the set is small. So I don't know how we're going to get able to, how we can do interviews. Because I do want to interview some people, man.
Yeah.
Like I always say, if you want to be successful or something, you're going to need a mentor, right? You're going to need peers that you're pushing through it with, and you're going to need someone to mentor, a mentee, right? It's gonna keep you sharp. That mentor is gonna show you where to go. That this peer group is gonna hold you accountable, and that mentee is gonna allow you to be able to pour that information into something. You'll be surprised how much you learn something when you know you got to pour it into somebody. You know what I'm saying?
That's a word.
There you go. I'm full of them.
Or it.
So thank y'all, man. Like I said, this feels good. And just culmination, man. Big things on the front coming. A lot of mergers, a lot of great stuff happening. A lot of great podcasts happening. A lot of monetizations. We've been at this podcast thing for a while. You know, just doing it. You know, we and you together. But it's a couple other ones that I've been producing too, man. It's just everything just coming into fruition at the right time. So I'm just thankful. Keep y'all head down, man. Stay low, keep firing, dog. Anything worth doing good is doing bad. It's worth doing bad, excuse me, at first. So, see what I'm saying? You gotta be bad first. You can't skip that rough time. You know? Shout out to the guys. Shout out to the guys who start their dreadlocks too early. Sometimes you're stuck. You commit too soon. You commit too soon. People gonna be asking you what's wrong with you. Believe me, I know I had the dreads. I'm talking about my dreads was, I don't even know how to twist them. But you locked in, like I said. Everybody say, you all right, man? What you doing? Say, I'm getting locks, bro.
My boo was going through change.
I'm a committer.
Okay.
You hear me? I'll commit. You know what I'm talking about? Too soon, but you know, you just got to keep your head down if you want success, man. If you say you can't do something, you're definitely right. If you say you can, you're definitely right, too. You know? Mm-hmm. That's another word.
I like that.
More nuggets. You got anything you want to say, babe?
Nah, as always, we just appreciate y'all. Thank you for the support. It feels so good to be back and be able to discuss certain things and unpack.
Right.
That's what your girl loves to do.
For sure. Early in the morning, late at night.
Early in the morning.
Tap you over, you sleep.
I've done that too in the middle of the night. You sleep.
Hey, get up. I had a dream about you.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. The dream you is bad.
But no. Again, we definitely appreciate the support. We just looking forward to doing it right this season. So.
Where your phone at? So get ready to play us out, babe. When we thank y'all, man. Like I said, we got more music, more tunes, new graphic. We going harder for y'all, making this a better thing, giving y'all something to support, right, is the main thing. And then that way y'all can tell people y'all know people who's famous. Y'all know people who got their own show, and they might even let you on one day.
Absolutely.
So you ready, babe?
Yeah.
And give me some horns on the way out too.
Hoes in the zoo. 2 rings, 1 roof, me and you.
Decent.
Talking love, talking truth, what we do. It's a wild little world. Who's in the zoo? Who's in the zoo? Ay. Big fights, make up, pushing through. Ay. Every scar, every joke, that's our proof. Tune in, take a seat. Who's in the zoo?